Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Clock Library Talk podcast, where we're off the clock and we're ready to talk to you, our friends. Yes, last episode when we were wearing the same clothes because we were filming this the same day, we called you our peoples, our company, our friends.
I'll refrain from saying the same line I've said in 2 other podcasts.
So if you want to know what that is, check out the last podcast.
Yeah.
Topics over our podcast journey here. We are going to be covering library pastimes, upcoming programs, and random topics like, what do you think of conspiracy theories?
Oh boy.
That's a legit question. What do you guys think about
what do we
those?
think about conspiracies? I think they're fun to talk about. Some of them are really outlandish.
Agreed. Yeah.
And some of them I just hope are outlandish.
Right. Because a lot of them these days that I've been hearing are hitting real close to home. Real close.
I mean, I think
Yes, I agree.
all experienced some weird stuff in
Yeah.
these last few years that have made some things we previously maybe thought could never happen
Yeah.
less unlikely.
The Simpsons really throws me.
Yes.
The Simpsons?
Mm-hmm.
They have, not requested, I can't think of the word now. They have
Produced.
wow. They have,
Words, we can't do those.
they have predicted
Predicted?
the future a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Of like real things that have happened.
Yeah.
And it's creepy.
Well,
it's real creepy.
I don't know anything about
I would
this.
say the latest one, I guess, was the January 6th storming the Capitol one. Was that the one?
Oh,
that,
really? I haven't heard about that one. I
Yeah.
think the last one, I mean, I don't follow it like religiously, you know, the conspiracy theories and The Simpsons, but when Trump was president,
Yes.
I think was the last one that I heard about.
Yeah, was that pretty much The Simpsons literally, they say, you know, went into the future and then produced the episode type of situation. But it was pretty much, went over pretty much all the events that happened at the Capitol when,
That's crazy. I'm
when
gonna
Trump
have to
was there.
Look this
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It's really crazy.
But like these have happened years and years ago. Like
Yeah, even from years ago.
It wasn't just like a few weeks.
no,
or...
no.
Oh,
These are
that's
like
nuts.
years. Yeah.
That's
What did,
Ugh.
I know this is like a really touchy topic. Didn't they talk about the Twin Towers when that happened?
Oh, I feel like yeah.
Like it was very
or
big,
like some
serious
kind
events.
of a not a tourist. Holy cow! I can't talk. Terrorist. Like
Yeah.
some kind of a terrorist thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really,
kinda-
really crazy.
it's
when you
kinda
dive
creepy.
deep into.
I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about The Simpsons and their
Yeah.
ability to see the future.
It's weird.
Yeah, so it's, I think, I agree with you, like, I mean, I think we all agree that a lot of them are hitting really close to home, and you really, really hope that, you know, it's a conspiracy theory that's just a conspiracy theory and it's not
Yeah.
true. 'Cause I feel the same way. Like, I'm like, why?
Sometimes
Like-
I have to stop talking about it because I'm like, what if this is like a real
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder about that, and we're all just like, oh yeah, whatever.
It's just a theory.
and then like that'll be the one that's right, and like people behind the curtain pulling the strings.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
We're all just like, doo doo doo.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the one that gets me is the two realities, because it's always talked about, like, there's two different, like, multiverses, I guess is the best way to put it.
Oh,
Like, there's two
we're going
different
there.
worlds going around at the same time.
Oh, like
Oh.
the Midnight Library style,
Yeah.
you living
Yeah.
the same life on a different path somewhere else.
Yes.
Well, we are very
Um,
forgetful, you know.
Well, yeah, and that's what's always, you know.
I need to
You're
settle
gonna have
down.
to.
I
You're
need
gonna have to
pick
read the book.
one. Yeah, watch the
Um,
other failed podcast we had.
It's not failed.
Yeah, it is. That's
I
why we don't do
enjoyed
It was just fine.
We had a great time,
Yes.
but go watch the Midnight Library podcast on this channel.
It's crazy.
I highly recommend watching the first part of that series, though, and then the Midnight Library.
Yeah, we reviewed 2 books.
Mhm.
Take your pick.
Yeah. So like that was always like a little freaky. Like, you know, how did that happen, or was it how is it
Oh.
unexplained? Like, kind of like I'm one of those
Yeah.
people that I do not like it to drive behind a truck full of like logs.
Oh yeah, I don't like that
I
either.
just did that the other day,
Yeah.
and I was like, how are
That's
they on
freaky.
there?
And that freaks me out
Yeah.
because of Final Destination.
Oh, see,
I've
I've never
never
seen that. I've heard of that before.
Yeah,
but
and I literally, I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah,
And I used to
no.
drive I used to go to college, and I graduated from there. I was IVCC, and they have that big bridge that goes to Oglesby. The very last the very last destination movie is about a bridge, and it was getting worked on. It was literally at the same time as I was going over a bridge that was getting worked on, and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. So, I don't take things to heart. No, I don't. No.
Just a little suspicious, or not superstitious, maybe.
Just a little,
Yes.
no, a little bit.
A little suspicious too.
And a little suspicious.
Because you know, a bungee cord is not holding all those big, thick telephone pole,
logs.
wooden logs.
Yeah, that's what, I don't think they were logs. I think they were like metal beams or something that I was particularly following.
Yeah.
And did the same thing where I was like, how are the ones in the middle like doing right now?
Because like I've taken pencils before.
Yeah.
And like you wrap them with a rubber band,
You
and like
pick
the
them
middle
up.
one always falls out.
Yeah, because there's nothing holding it on there.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we passed the semi or whatever, and as
Yeah.
we're going by, it's like a bunch of rubber bands.
Yes.
Holding on these giant. And I'm like, I just don't feel like that works.
No, I don't want to be behind that person. Any kind of an open truck, I'm like, whoa, we're just gonna go to the side.
No, I literally did that on our Michigan trip. Is that I was like, no,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm moving.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like, because
Or
he's like,
when the ones with all the cars, when they got like 14 cars
Those are
stuffed on
crazy.
the thing,
Mhm.
all like Tetris style.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't understand. And they got like one little like rubber bandy guy around the wheel. And I'm like, I don't think this
Don't
is how you
trust
do
it.
this.
It
Don't
just doesn't
trust
seem
it.
safe.
not
I'm
safe.
sure it
That's
is.
the word. Not
I'm sure
safe.
it is because I have to be.
They keep doing it. Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like
they're
what are
gonna
my
change.
options?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to pull over and be like, sir, I don't think this is.
Yeah, on the freeway, but just
Yes.
to ride
I
that.
have a question.
Yeah.
Can you explain? One of these ever fallen off on you?
Yeah, I don't want to be behind that
No.
truck either.
And now everyone's behind me going, are you kidding me?
It's
We don't
just,
care.
It's just crazy. One of the what was I gonna say now? It's like when
See?
conspiracy theory.
Midnight
Midnight
Library.
Library.
Midnight Library.
Will not remember this anymore.
I will not remember it.
These are
There's
not
just
the memories you were looking for.
but there's
Miranda
just
has no idea what that's from.
I do.
No, I don't. I don't.
I really
It's from the
expected
book, right?
I mean, they
Move on
do
before I
have
get
books.
angry.
They do have books, but they're not
That's
books.
true, they do have books.
Is it Stargate?
Close. It has
Harry
a
Potter,
star in
Witch
it.
in the Wardrobe, and the Lion, right?
Witch in the wardrobe and the lion.
Right?
And that lion that's somewhere in there.
Yeah, he's
The
in
lion
the wardrobe.
comes first.
Oh,
the
right.
lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
Mm.
Not the witch, the wardrobe,
And
and the lion.
Like, you
I
forgot
was
the
gonna
lion.
say, but technically by the series, it's the magic
The magician's nephew.
Then it's the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I don't know.
The magician's nephew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his sister's kid? That's weird.
Yeah, because the magician's sister's kid didn't go over real well.
You wouldn't think that would be a good title?
Fantastic.
I got
His
it.
witch and sister's kid.
Let's call it the magician's sister's kid. And the board was like, no. That's a nephew, sir.
I actually read that one.
You mean like his sister's kid?
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we way back in the day for like what did your programs used to be called?
Rookie Reader?
Rookie Reader.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't Deb do a Rookie Reader on that book? Maybe.
Yes, we read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Was it the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, or was it the one with the
Oh,
rings? Was that the
she
Magician's
did
Nephew?
the magician's nephew, but I was not there. I was
Okay.
like at college.
Okay.
She read the magician's sister's kid
Oh my god. Like,
while I was in college.
I'm crying now. Oh
Well,
my
you let us know
gosh.
how that book goes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna write that one.
The magician's sister's kid. You mean like his sister's kid? Yeah, we do,
That
in
one.
fact.
Yep.
There's
Okay.
also a book called The Horse and His Boy, what you got
Yeah.
for that one?
Nope, not reading that one either.
Or the last battle?
Nope.
Anyway,
Nope, I'm
this
good.
has nothing to do with absolutely
No,
anything.
conspiracy theories.
It's nothing about conspiracy theories.
Because we said something about Star Wars.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Miranda
that was
like,
Star Wars.
But within today's episode, I said within. I changed it.
Okay.
Our format's going to be different. It's going to be like our previous podcast where we're just kind of talking and chatting
I'm crying.
and crying.
Sorry.
I cried in the last one.
I have not cried, so yay.
Oh my
Nina's winning.
So we're going to be talking about one subject, and I'm going to show them because I don't know if they've ever known about these things. I know Miranda hasn't. They're called Mandela Effects.
The lion!
Where it's a bunch of people thought Nelson Mandela had died back in 2013 or something, but when he truly died back in the 80s.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a
What?
weird, like, almost like a multiverse, kind of like we talked about earlier, where people think different things.
So like Elvis? Is that
So,
one?
yeah, well,
Yeah,
Elvis
everyone
is one.
thinks like Elvis is still alive or,
Oh,
you know.
Tupac, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know something they don't know.
I know Tupac.
They're like Elvis, yes, Tupac.
So I have a few.
Are they the same? Conspiracy?
Maybe. Maybe.
So we're going to be talking about different things that I have found that people either believe is one thing or it's another, and what I'm going to see if you guys know.
Those would be like two
differences.
sides of one fact.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So the very
I'm sorry, I have to ask a question.
yeah.
So I know I have heard of Nelson Mandela. I have also seen pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Nelson Mandela?
Who? That's a question for another podcast.
Okay.
I just know of him.
Fine.
I don't know.
And the effects that he had, right?
yeah, pretty much. I know his effects.
Okay.
So the first one, I tried to do like library-ish based ones because there's too many.
Oh, there's library conspiracy theories?
Kind of library conspiracies or things that we have dealt with over our time here.
Okay.
Okay. The Berenstain
Oh.
or Berenstain bears.
Ah.
That is one that people have had so many issues with. Of course, I know the answer to this one, but I want you guys to figure out, is it Berenstain or Berenstain? I was a big avid reader of this.
It's spelled like this, isn't it?
I want you guys to figure it out.
I vote for number 2. I think it's Berenstain, but I have grown up saying Berenstain. I think that because I think I remember going, why do we say it like that?
I think maybe I have had the same thing. I say this, but I think it's that. Berenstain.
I've also heard Berenstain bears.
Yeah, I've heard that too,
Berenstain
and I
bears.
know that one's automatically wrong.
Yeah, Berenstain and Berenstain. I've heard Berenstain. No one knows how to say this.
No.
And that's why a lot of people have had issues, and they talk about this
Oh, I
because
see.
they're like, okay, we've grown up with this, we've had this around for a bajillion of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both spellings, I guess, have been around, but only so many people have thought it was one of these.
Oh, both spellings exist?
Both spellings exist.
What?
Oh, well, that's-
On the books?
I don't know. I have not dug through our books.
'cause
but
I don't know. You tell us, but
So maybe we should tell our viewers.
are you gonna put this on the screen?
I'm gonna put it on the
Oh, fine.
I just have it here for us.
The
I mean, you
viewers
can kind
know.
of see
Yes.
it.
Okay.
So, I'll have you guys do it dramatically here.
Yes.
You guys can pick which one you want to flip over, and if it has a check mark, that's the one that is what it actually is.
Ah.
How
and-
it's spelled?
Yes.
So if it's spelled like this is how it's said also? This is how it's supposed to be said?
Yeah.
Because I feel
Yeah, I
like...
vote for number 2. Even though I definitely say Berenstain bears.
Yes.
If you ask me.
Oh yeah. No, I'm the same way.
I don't say Berenstain, but I think it is that.
So do I.
Okay, then you guys can flip it
Yeah.
over.
Go ahead.
If it has a check mark.
Woo! Yes.
Yes.
I feel... Oh, man.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
I've read books with this on it.
Now we need to
Whoa.
go look at all
Yeah,
of our
we'll have
books
to go
and
look.
see.
So that's why, I brought it here. Like, I wanted to show this one because I know I was an avid reader. I read the chapter books. I know you've read a
I
bunch
didn't
of
read the
books,
chapter
but
books.
you didn't read the chapter
I only read
books.
the picture books.
Because this is the author's last name too, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jan and Stan, right?
Jan and Stan.
Oh, right, yes.
So I was just like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
I have to talk about this one because
That was a good one.
there's even, like, people have, I think I read somewhere where people have, like, seen these covers,
Oh,
like, within
they both
TV shows
exist.
that they both exist. And that's why
Why
they
would
think
they
of it
do
as a
that?
Mandela
Like,
effect
maybe
because
because people say it this way, if it got to somebody who had to, like, use it for something,
Yeah.
they might have just misprinted it and then
Maybe.
created this controversy. You know, like, things happen in, like, Noob came out of a video game because of a missed, like, a typo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that word came about because of just a mess up,
Okay.
and now it's like a
Maybe it's supposed to be
a
bun
slang.
instead of noob.
What?
Noob. N-U-B?
I think it's N-O-O-B.
Oh.
conspiracy theory.
Okay, then never
Mandela
mind.
effect.
Yeah, I don't
I
actually
thought
know.
it was N-U-B.
I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
I'll let you
No,
know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway. Well, that's cool.
So I thought
Yeah,
that one
that's
was a really
interesting.
interesting one. And like I said, there's a bunch of them, but I only like grabbed a few because I figured because I know I loved these books as kids.
Yeah.
Like
I
my
see.
favorite one still to this day is the one on the moon.
Oh.
That's my favorite because
Oh, we have that one.
Yeah, we do.
But it's my favorite. I would just really like that one.
That's funny.
So if anyone does recommend it, I'm like, oh yeah, these are a good series to read.
Mm-hmm.
Because I liked them because they're both in like easy reader format. They're
Mhm.
in picture book format. There's chapter books.
Yeah, I
so like
never
if
read
they're big
those.
fans of that, you can get them in chapter books. Or at least at one point you could. I don't think we have them here anymore.
No. Sorry.
Sorry.
You can order them.
But you can order them. So I thought that was a good one to bring up
Yeah,
because
that
it's
was
like
fun.
something that we see
Yeah.
kind of like regularly on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So here's another one. It's
Okay.
Mr. Curious George. Does he or does he not have a tail?
Oh.
Oh,
no.
man.
He does not. Oh.
I don't really know Curious George that well. Also, why wouldn't he have a tail? This is a real thing. People are like, he does or he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Has he been drawn both ways or something?
I'm assuming because
Now we have to go read all the Curious George books too.
a lot of people feel that he, they've seen both ways.
He does
Ah.
not have a tail.
I think he does.
No, I'm
'Cause
going
he-
with
he's
one.
Probably got to do nefarious things with the tail, right? He can probably like reach around and I don't really know Curious George all that well, but I imagine he's curious
Yeah.
and would maybe be able to use his tail to get to things.
I mean,
This is me.
he's a monkey.
My oldest used to watch Curious George all the time.
You don't
so
think
I'm like
he has?
trying,
So you
I
probably
don't,
know.
I don't think he does.
But so like this one looks better to me.
Yes.
Like I see this and I go, I feel like this is the character.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why wouldn't a monkey have a tail?
Right.
Because he's a monkey.
Why would do you know the guy with the yellow hat? That's his like name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that he
He's
doesn't
just a-
have a name.
no.
He's the guy with the yellow hat.
Yeah.
Guy with
The man with the yellow hat, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's another thing. Anyways,
It's rough.
I
No
I
name,
go
man.
for number one, for sure. No tail.
All right, I'll go for number 2 then.
Okay, go ahead.
Here, you pull yours, and then we'll flip them over. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the monkey have a tail?
I don't know, but this
Well, because
number 2 does not look right.
I do think number 1 looks right, but I'm
Yeah.
also like, why?
I
Yes.
felt the same way because I really thought for a while, I was like, well, he's a monkey, he should have a tail.
Right.
But I feel like I have seen different commercials and toys and all this other stuff without a tail. But I was like, okay, Nina, which one is it?
Yeah.
So I automatically went with the one with the tail.
So did I.
Because,
Makes sense,
he's
yeah.
a monkey.
Right.
Monkeys
Yeah.
have tails.
Yes.
Apes don't. And that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I think a lot of
Oh.
people
Orangutans. They
and
don't-
orangutans.
Orangutan.
So,
Is it
but
orangutan?
they
No,
don't
it's orangutan.
call him
That's
an
another
orangutan or
No,
or whatever.
they just call him a monkey. Right?
They just call him a monkey, and I'm like, pick one.
Is he a monkey?
That's
Do
one.
they call him
Yeah.
a monkey? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting too.
So I think that's where the misconception, I guess, is the word to use. I don't know. Why it's one versus another
Yeah.
because
Right.
they call him a monkey. He should have a tail, but orangutans and apes
technically-
have,
Maybe he's
don't
an
have
ape.
one.
It's up to,
Interpretation.
whatever Ray, whatever his first name is,
Yeah.
to illustrate. I don't know if you illustrated them.
I don't think so.
Anyway, they get to draw them however they want, right?
Right.
So
Birdwell.
if they don't want the monkey to have a tail, it doesn't have to have a tail.
But that's like the signature thing on a monkey. Is
I mean,
the
I
tail, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I voted for it. Because I'm
Yes.
like, it's gotta have a tail, right?
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's one of the reasons, like, why it's a Mandela Effect.
Oh, he just looks
lot
like a
of
real
people-
fuzzy kid.
Mm.
He does. A very fuzzy, cute kid.
His outfit on.
Isn't he cute?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it right
He was
there.
like, he's just got like footy pajamas on. Or something.
And eats bananas.
Yes.
Like a
monkey.
kid.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break from the little cards here. This one is how many minutes we got left?
We've got 3. Do you want me to restart or do you want to keep going?
We can start. I can read it and then we can change. So this one involves Snow White. So Disney movie,
Oh.
Disney classic.
Okay.
Everybody loves it. Which way
Creepy.
is it said? Is it mirror, mirror on the wall? Who is the fairest of them all? Or is it magic mirror on the wall?
Oh. I mean, automatically I want to say mirror, mirror.
I've always heard
because
mirror, mirror, I think.
That's like the phrase that everyone uses for everything. But now that you're asking, I'm like, oh, it's probably magic mirror. It's probably
Yeah.
something not the thing we've heard all this while.
And who started magic mirror? Or mirror, mirror if it's magic
Yeah.
mirror. Mirror, mirror.
I'm gonna go with
I-
mirror, mirror.
yeah.
Because
That's what
from
I've
the
always
Disney
heard.
one, we're talking the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
That's what I've always heard.
I'll
Yeah.
fall prey to the masses if that's the way it has to be.
Okay. So I'll just read the little insert that I have here. In the beginning of the film, if you remember the Evil Queen's infamous line of mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all, you may be in a Mandela effect because the actual line is magic mirror on the wall.
Wow.
All right.
So now do we need to watch the movie?
I feel like
Yeah, but that's in the S's. I
I
got a
know.
long way.
we should. Well, how about
I'm still in
maybe
the
one
A's.
of these podcasts, like and subscribe or comment on this video if you'd be interested. We should make. I would love, in a perfect world, in all of our spare time, is to react to a video
Oh, yeah.
and just have the camera playing as we're watching the video. But I don't want to deal with all the copyrights. But you know,
I was just gonna say, well, there's a lot of reasons we can't do that.
a lot of reasons, and a lot of reasons why we couldn't do it here. But
Yes.
I just think that would be so much fun to like a random Disney movie or a movie that we have here that we want to watch and just review for our lovely patrons here. I think would be fun, and Snow White could probably be one of them.
Yeah. We can make
Isn't
our
that
own
one old
movies.
enough that we could not get written up for?
No.
Dang it.
We can do it for ourselves.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like after I read that, I was like, I'm really gonna have to rewatch it because
Huh.
Yeah, I assumed at this point in this activity that it was gonna be wrong, but like, yeah, if you asked me, I would have told you mirror, mirror,
Right.
because that's what's I don't know changed into.
For
well, I
years,
think
yeah.
it's because it does say at one point there's a lot of iterations of mirror, mirror in different movies over the years.
So like somebody took it, said it wrong, and then kept saying it wrong,
Yeah.
and you know messed us all up.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why I'm just like,
Hmm.
I'm like, which one is it? Why is it this way? And how? How did they just miss? Like, why did they just say mirror, mirror?
And why? Well, why didn't the other people say it the way it was supposed to be said?
Right.
Right.
Like, why did they change it
Mm-hmm.
instead of just saying magic mirror? Because
Right.
then we would think that that is the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's just too crazy, in my opinion, that that's a thing that we deal with.
Stuff we didn't know.
Yeah.
Stuff we didn't
Yeah.
know. Okay, we're gonna have to cut
Next?
this one. Yeah, next. See ya. Okay, so the last one we did was the Snow White. Now we're doing something that's color based.
Okay.
And the misconception of this name and what color it really is.
Oh.
I know what it is, and I was
Were you
I
right?
thought correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Chartreuse.
Oh, green.
I'm sorry? Bless you. Chartreuse?
Chartreuse.
It's
I
like
have never even heard this word before.
it's like a lime green that's not super lime. That's my
Yeah.
Chartreuse.
because Blue's Clues taught it to me, or I have remembered this incorrectly.
Oh.
Well,
And we'll find out soon. Is that what we're supposed to say?
Is it this
What
color?
color do you think chartreuse is?
I don't.
Yeah.
I've never even heard this word before. So like,
It's like a fancy
You need to
name.
go watch your Blues Clues.
I guess with Steve.
Yeah.
Was he the one?
The old
Okay.
school.
Okay.
I'm an old person.
Yeah. Chartreuse. I mean, now that she said green,
You
it's
know,
some type of
chartreuse
green. Right?
is also an alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard this before.
Because it's in my favorite movie, We're No Angels, the Christmas movie that I talked about in like one of our first podcasts.
Also, have never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's fine. But the old lady comes in to buy a bottle of chartreuse.
Oh. I'm
It's
gonna have to
not
watch
green.
this movie now too.
Okay. So,
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
which one? I know which one you think it is, but which one is it to you? Is it this green or
Oh,
is
it's
it
these
this?
colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vote for green because of Blue's Clues.
Chartreuse. I mean, I want it to be this cute color.
It's just because you like pink.
I do. Hence, why I like this. I'm going with number 2.
Okay. Well, on the count of 3, you guys can flip over. 1, 2, 3.
Of course.
Thank you, Blue's Clues!
Chartreuse.
Yes. So the insert that I have here is the controversy with this Mandela effect is the strongest for proving there are parallel universes out there. Some people swear that they learned the color chartreuse is a pink magenta color, when in reality it's a green yellow hue.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember. From Blue's Clues.
We got that.
I think that what makes me know this one really well was that there was a period in my life where all I watched and got were like subscription boxes to makeup, and I watched a lot of makeup stuff. And one of Jeffree Star's makeup lines was like a chartreuse color. And
Really?
that's literally one of the only reasons why I know the color chartreuse is
Oh,
because
but he did it right?
Yeah, he did it right. That's the only reason why I know that
Nice.
chartreuse is a weird yellow-green hue. So it's almost like a bright lime green.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So
But I also love lime green. So maybe that's why it stuck with me all these years.
maybe.
So there's
I really liked
lime and lime green
Well, lime...
and chartreuse.
Chartreuse is like a slightly oliver. Like more olivey.
We know an Oliver.
It's not... I mean...
Olivery.
Kid
Olivey.
shade. It's the shade of a child.
But yeah, that's how
So
I
you
know.
owe chartreuse to Jeffree Star.
I do.
And I owe a chartreuse to Blue's Clues.
Steve from Blue's Clues. And thank you guys for teaching me a new word.
And she wishes chartreuse was magenta purple.
Yes, I do.
Pinkish
I
purple.
want it to be this color.
But yeah, those are my Mandela effects that I have found. I can definitely show you more because there's a bunch out there. A lot of them surrounding like a couple people's like deaths, like of when did they actually die.
Yeah.
Like there's one, I think it's Patrick Swayze, where people thought with his cancer that it was healed when it really wasn't, or vice versa. Like that's a big conspiracy that people thought he was healed but he wasn't at the time. Or
Huh.
yeah, it's a whole big thing. And there's another one with Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought he had gotten an Emmy or an Oscar way back in the day when he had it, when he only had recently gotten one in like 2016 or whatever. Yeah,
These people have too much time on their hands.
a lot of time.
Yeah, that's
It's so
funny.
annoying.
Like,
we tape everything. Like, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
You know,
like,
like,
it's easy enough to figure yes or
no,
no.
you just rewind the tape.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, and there's like a
crazy.
bunch of like logos that have changed over time, of course.
Mhm.
But some people swear that it's one way versus another. Like
I've
I'll have to
seen
bring
a
it
lot
up.
of those.
Mm.
I play the logo game on my
Yeah.
phone
Oh.
sometimes. Yeah,
Huh.
and that one gets a little hard.
Mayor or Meyer?
Oscar?
Mm-hmm.
Meyer, but it's Mayor, of course.
It's
Yeah.
Mayer?
Yeah.
Oscar Mayer?
M-A-Y. Not M-E-Y.
Well, I don't care.
It's a hot dog to me.
Alright.
Isn't there a song about them?
Yeah.
Don't they say Oscar Mayer?
And they spell it
Yeah.
in the song.
I mean, I know how to spell it, but I also thought you
It's-
said it Meyer.
See, that's what I mean. It's just there's
I
so
can't think
many.
of a song.
I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll insert that one up here just for fun.
Okay.
And you can look it up, do some search.
Google.
Google. Because there's so many different Mandela effects out there that it's just too much. Too many that just too many.
Yeah.
too many to
Yeah,
dig into.
well, that was
'cause-
a fun, like, topic I didn't know anything about.
No.
Well, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I was like, well, there's several that we deal with on a daily basis, like Berenstain,
You don't even
Berenstain,
think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
go look.
Curious
Yeah.
George by Bridwell. Like, there's just so many that in Snow White we have that. I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring this up because I think it needs to be talked about, but not too much because there's too many out there.
I agree.
But I know the Berenstain one, the Bears one, was my one that I really wanted to bring up because that's a big one in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I religiously read those books.
Yeah, I mean, I remember knowing that there was a discrepancy in the way people said it, because I had heard people say it differently. But I thought it was like, you know, at the time, like my great-grandparents or something would say wash instead of wash.
Yes.
You know?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was like that. You know?
I knew
Just tomato, tomato.
I do know somebody who says it as wash or whatever, however you say
Wash.
it. Wash.
Yeah.
We'll wash the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and even sometimes, like, I work with her and she works with kids, so sometimes she has a hard time. She makes sure she says wash, because I think it's just embedded into her to say whoosh.
Yeah.
Wash. Yeah. It seems like, well, because I grew up saying it the other way, it seems harder to say wash
Yeah.
than wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's harder if you've grown up the other way to
Mhm.
say wash.
It's just so weird that we live in a world filled of conspiracy theories, Mandela effects, and different ways people say words.
Yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff.
All kinds of accents.
you would think it would all be the same if we're all speaking the same language, but no.
Nope,
It's-
stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you again so much for joining us on our 12th Off the Clock Library Talk podcast. Next time, I can give you a little maybe
Oh.
snippet.
Mm.
We're gonna be trying some things, trying some food, and it's gonna be delicious.
I
I'm
can't wait.
super excited.
And you might get to meet one of our other librarians.
It's so exciting. And it's going to be super fun. So please stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming out next month. But we also have a bunch of stuff that's, you know, going to be in the future. You know, so we're going to have a bunch of library displays coming up soon. And we always have a recipe of the week. Miss Paige will be having in-person crochet. And just a bunch of stuff coming up. I don't know what that is because it's June as we're recording this. But a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff will be coming here to the library, so come visit us, come hang out, sign up, do all the things.
Yep.
Does that seem like a good list? All here
Good
on the
enough.
screen. But Miss Paige, can you tell us about Facebook? What is our thingy for Facebook?
Facebook.com/Oroville Public Library.
Yay!
She didn't ask me this time. I would have known this time though. I do
Just,
know
like,
the thing.
waiting.
Uh-huh.
Ask me,
Yes.
ask me.
And then she doesn't even ask me.
Keep Miranda on her toes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we're here obviously on YouTube, but we can't give you a URL.
Hi.
Because
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
have 100 subscribers. So if you know somebody who does not subscribe, tell them to subscribe so we can give you a URL so we don't feel silly every time we tell you.
It's all good.
And we're also on Instagram. Do you remember that one, Miss Miranda?
Oroville Librarians.
Yes, that's our
Okay,
handle over
see,
there.
I'm getting
And
better.
we post a bunch of fun things over there as well. So please like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our platforms here. Do you guys have anything else to say before we tell them goodbye?
No, come visit the library. Check out some books.
Come see us.
Come see us, we miss you, okay? Come to us. We would love to see you in person. Okay? So thank you so much, and we will see you all in the next podcast.
Bye.